Minister, it's shambolic, and to be honest about it, first of all I want to thank you for coming in, but it's shambolic what's going on. And is it a civil servant problem? That's what I want to know. Because we are sick and tired. In fairness to Can Corla, he went out and beyond for everyone that he will accommodate it. Deputy O'Keefe and myself has followed, and the consequences of this is, I know farmers around the country that want to plant forestry, and because it was in NHA, it's to be taken out under Category 2, they can't do it. So as well as the farmer losing, the country is losing. And it's shambolic what's going on. And I want to just know, who is responsible for this? Is it your department within where an assistant secretary or principal officer, or who is responsible? Because this has to be called out now. It's going on too long. It came in here, and Deputy O'Keefe was here, and Deputy Kine was here when it came into the hall that we were in the last time of an evening. And we're willing, and I'm sure in fairness to the Can Corla, he is willing to accommodate it. There's a many a Thursday evening here, and it's gone early. And I'm damn sure, in fairness to Can Corla, he's well willing to do it. Because what people don't understand within their offices is that this is causing untold hardship for people right around the country. And it's something that's neither here nor there. It's something that neither is or isn't. The minute anyone looks at the map now to say, oh, NHA can't go near it, councils, when they look at it, no, NHA hadn't been de-designated, even though it was categorised by the department with scientific knowledge that it was to be taken out. It is scientific knowledge that's behind it. And everyone supported it. And as Deputy O'Keefe, and he knows more about it than I do, he has made it very clear the hurdles were jumped, and all that we had to do was get it in. And all I want to know is who's holding this up? An answer of a person, because we need to go to someone to find out.
Thank you, Mr.
Can Corla, and again, before I just read the script, again, it's with regret that we're here again this evening, and I thank the Can Corla for his intervention in trying to get this forward. Like you, I want this matter resolved, and once and for all. I think it's and to give clarity to those landowners you talk about, but also to get this important bill over the line. And as deputies are aware, the bill was originally presented to the Oireachtas in 2016. The debate on the bill in both houses was very engaging, with good discussion on extending the scope to provide for a review of blanket bog NHAs, and later in the Shannon on placing a duty on public bodies to promote conservation of biodiversity. The core focus of the Wildlife Amendment Bill as initiated was to provide for the making, amendment and revocation of natural heritage area orders, a review of the raised bog habitats, and for the purposes to amend the Wildlife Amendment Act of 2000. The bill had completed all stages in the Dáil and Shannon and had been returned to the Dáil so that various amendments made by the Shannon could be considered. However, the bill unfortunately lapsed with the dissolution of the 32nd Dáil on the 14th of January 2020. As I previously set out, Dáil Standing Order 227 provides that where a bill passed by the Dáil is subsequently amended and passed by the Shannon, those amendments are then returned to the Dáil for its consideration. DSO 228 provides that the Dáil may accept, amend or reject Shannon amendments. Amendments in the Dáil to the Shannon amendments may only be moved where there is consequential upon acceptance, amendment or rejection of a Shannon amendment. There is no mechanism under standing orders to move amendments to a bill returned to the Dáil under DSO 227 other than set out in DSO 228. Deputies will recall that when we met to discuss the matter late last year, and indeed the deputies have raised the matter through a topical with me in the House since then, and we discussed then the restoration of this bill to the order paper is not straightforward. My officials are working to resolve the complexities that arose. Once completed and the amendments made in the Shannon re-examined in consultation with the Office of the Parliamentary Council to ensure they are legally sound, Minister O'Brien will bring a memorandum to Government to seek approval to have the bill restored to the order paper. And I would hope that this will be done early in Q4 of this year, and I will put whatever pressure I have to do to try and get that brought forward. As previously advised, at the same time the Minister will also bring a memo to Government to obtain Government approval to the amendments to the bill in the Shannon. This process is at an advanced stage and will be completed as soon as it possibly can. Now,
Minister, the amendment that Deputy O'Keefe talks about, the science is done already. there was category 1 and category 2, because I remember at the time when they were being done. And the science is done by, you know, competent scientists, and the science is there for you. No one has to look at it. And you decide then on the amendments. Like anyone that talks about turbo rights is sorted, I think, in the last few weeks with the you have a right to cut your turf or whatever and all that crack on it, right? And sell and whatever, right? On the science of the bogs, they don't want the national parks looked at them. They got in RPS and they got in the head scientists and they looked at the bog and they weren't in a way that they could be regenerated. That's the bottom line. And what they said was, we're going to give you a better bog. So if I had a bad sheep there and there was a real good one over there and someone said, geez, I'll give you that one for this one, you'd be inclined to jump fairly quick for it. But you don't seem to be wanting, or the department, not you in fairness, Minister. But the night we sat down at the meeting, or the day we did, and I thank you for that meeting, I understood that every obstacle, listening to the civil servants talking, that every obstacle was gone by, everything was sorted. Then we came in here, and in fairness to Can Corla and his team, he said, anything I can do, we will accommodate it. So then, in our opinion, and in Deputy O'Keefe's opinion, every obstacle was gone out of the way. And tonight, when we read the palaver again that some civil servant wrote, I don't know, did they even look back, or did they just say, we'll write this down for these two guys, and I might shut them up after 12 minutes and they can go home again. Well, we're not going to shut up about this. We're going to keep at it until we get this in here and over the line.
Well, I think everybody in Public Life realises that the two deputies involved are not going to be silenced. And I think we also, all of us, acknowledge that Minister Noonan has been nothing but helpful on this matter from the start. Just on the question of process, can I make it abundantly clear that if the bill that we're going to deal with is the return of the bill that had made its way through the House and through the Senate, together with the amendments that were contemplated, that is completely simple and straightforward, no rocket science involved, no complexity. If the government, on the other hand, is going to radically change the bill with a pile of other previously unheard of amendments, that's where the complication would lie.
Yeah, and that's not the intention. I think the intention is to try and make this as swift and clean as possible. I appreciate the frustration of the House and both deputies in particular, and of the landowners that you speak about, Deputy. I'll give my assurance, and if it does require us perhaps to sit down again and look at where the obstacles are, I will organise a meeting with both deputies within the next week or so, if that's okay. And we'll do that and try and find out once and for all where the obstacles lie within this, because I want it resolved. We have a new National Biodiversity Action Plan in train, and we really need to move forward with resolving this for the common good. So again, my sincere apologies to both, and again.
Would it be possible that if you're doing a meeting shortly for the deputies, that in fairness to Can Corla, he has made it clear he's accommodating, and we thank him for that. But if a representative or the Can Corla was available, it would be very helpful, the way that we won't be going over and back, that we'll have everyone able to say yea or nay, this can go through. Would that be possible, the way we finally put it to bed?
If that's useful, or if it's agreeable to the Can Corla, I think that
Minister, thank you for being here to deal with that particular matter. The next matter